Welcome everybody to our show. Today we're talking about the new movie, Ready Player One. We got Steve. Say hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
We got Julian. Hello, Julian.
Hey, guys.
And we got me. My name is David. This is our inaugural episode. We don't even have a name for our show. By the way, did you guys read the book? Let's get that sorted out first. Did you guys read the book?
No, I did not.
No.
I did not read the book either.
I have not read the book, so none of us have read the book. But I think it's probably good because many people have not read the book who will see this movie. So, all right, maybe we'll get your initial thoughts and maybe we'll rate it on like a 1 to 10. So what do you think, Steve?
Well, I guess overall it was better than I expected it to be. It was enjoyable. I mean, it's a Spielberg film, so you know there's going to be quality to it, and it's going to not suck. But overall, I'd give it maybe a 6.
6 out of 10. Oh, okay. All right. Good rating. Good review. Julian, your thoughts?
If you go into the movie with the right mindset, it's very enjoyable. And the right mindset is getting really high first.
Mm-hmm.
This is like going into to a bakery. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Like it's your fault that you didn't get all your nutrients. You knew what the fuck this was gonna be.
It's
a lot of the stuff put in here was for us, people that were into movies like Back to the Future, played Street Fighter. You know what I mean? Had a friend super into anime, were into anime themselves. So when the Gundam comes, is that a spoiler?
maybe.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
You know, basically it was. I felt like the story that was there and the little character development there was like, hey, at least we got that. Because I was going to be okay with 2 hours of just cool shit happening in front of me.
Okay.
So I give it a 7.5 if I can do 0.5s.
Oh. Yeah, that's so much higher than my 6.
7 point. That
But okay.
rounds up to 8,
Okay.
though. That's, I mean, that's 8. I'd give it a 5.
Wow.
I have found it really hard to like movies recently. So it might be a little bit harsh, but
What were you looking to get out of it?
it left out so many awesome possibilities. The whole nature of a virtual simulated world gives you the philosophical opportunity to discuss what the nature of our reality is. I could have really used that because, you know, I kind of sometimes I can tend to see this real world as as a simulation. You know, are we in one? I did like how in the movie there were some scenes where the VR simulation in the movie and the real world in the movie were interacting with each other in interesting ways. I mean, I thought the actors did an okay job, you know, but there was just a lot of cheesy stuff.
Yeah, cheese factor was turned up.
Cheese factor was so turned up, and the way Hollywood ends movies, you know, I mean, look, I live in Europe, and honestly, the movie scene is so different that you start to recognize that Hollywood movies end so cheesily, all of them.
They're formulaic.
Yeah, the formulaic.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. Not a good one, but there is, and I'll tell you later. Go ahead, finish your
Okay,
thought.
no, what's the reason? What's the reason?
Money!
Yeah.
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Hollywood movies are a business, and yeah, every once in a while they release a film for the sake of art. You know, like, we don't think this is gonna make we don't expect this movie to make a lot of money. We expect it to win awards. They call them prestige pictures, you know, like The English Patient
Yeah, that piece of shit.
or My Left Foot.
Oh, that was a good one.
Steven Spielberg's own prestige movie, Schindler's List. They didn't put that movie out hoping that, you know, billions go to see it, that it makes all this money, that it's gets kids to buy toys and whatever.
That would be really disturbing if they released a line of toys for Schindler's List. That would be extremely disturbing.
Like, there's just that little girl with the red coat, just like a bunch of those.
Everyone else is in black and white.
It could have been like Pokemon, you know? Gotta save them all. We've gone way off topic. Like the movie you're talking about, Dave, that you didn't get.
Yeah.
Is not the movie they set out to make. And I don't think it's the book that he wrote either, by the way. So a critique on your critique, Dave, is you're Last Jediing a little bit. Like, you're upset this movie isn't the movie that you wanted it to be, instead of like judging it on its own merit. Which is what I'm saying. Like, I went into it, I knew what this movie was gonna be. It was a ride, and they populated the ride with things I liked.
Yeah, got ya. No, but here's the thing. I don't feel obliged to rate the movie based on what their intentions may or may not have been making the movie. I'm rating the movie based on my enjoyment and my categorization of it next to other quality movies. As an example, I would give Thor Ragnarok a 7.
Oh.
In this movie, Ready Player One, there were times when my heart was beating faster. There were times when I noticed I was getting anxious and tense, and I was like, ooh, what are they gonna do? How are they gonna get out of this situation? You know, like, whereas Thor Ragnarok, it's like, it was also just as cheesy, but like more kind of self-aware of its cheesiness. And then the payoff, I thought, was better.
Okay.
Do you think the world is so different from ours? Like, you know, it's this world where pop culture is worshipped. It's this world where people are just so into all the details of little, you know, pop culture. And, you know, do you think that that we live in that world right now, you know, already? This like super worship of pop culture where there are people totally into it, or is it really a result of an extra level of escapism that is going to happen in the near future after, by the way, the corn syrup drought and the bandwidth riots. That's not a spoiler. That's happens in the first few minutes of the movie. You find out there were bandwidth riots and the corn syrup drought. I don't know what people are doing with this corn syrup. They're drinking it.
Okay, can we move over to the spoiler version now, where we can talk about all this stuff?
I think we all gave our general impressions.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So yes.
Yeah. Let's go. Okay, so dude, if you don't want spoilers about this movie, do not listen any further. We're going to talk about all kinds of details in this movie now, and I'm very much looking forward to it, and I want to be free.
If you want more Holocaust talk, that comes at the very end.
Yes, stay tuned for the Holocaust jokes. Which...
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, while I watched the film, I had all these questions pop up, and I had to remind myself, okay, save the questions for later, just enjoy the movie. But yeah, there was a lot going on. Okay, so no police presence until the very end of the movie. Second of all, if everyone's online, who's working? And
I thought about that a few times during the movie too.
And how do they supply all the energy needed to power all this shit? They're not using solar because there's fucking smog everywhere. So forget that. It was just.
That's not what this is about. This movie isn't trying to like world build that deeply. Again, I knew what it was. It's a ride, you know.
Yeah.
That's my experience of the movie, and that's what we're talking about here, right?
And
my experience of the movie is that, like, I paid a ticket to take a ride, and I took a ride into this place where, like, what, people don't work? Okay, I guess people don't work, you know? Hey, there's no cops. Okay, there are cops. They only come whenever. There's unlimited energy, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I was playing a game.
Yeah.
Like, not every game goes to the trouble of you don't have to eat, and in most games you don't have to eat.
I'm wondering if I want to increase my rating, because as I think more about it, there was quite a bit that, you know, that I did like, even though I kind of was trolling it, you know, like the ending, the last scene, they're in their apartment and
they're not plugged in.
You know, they're kissing and they're not plugged in because they turned off the Oasis every Tuesday and Thursday, you know. And I actually liked that. I thought, oh my gosh, like what would life be like if the internet didn't work on Tuesday and Thursday, you know? And it got me thinking about, like, that actually could be pretty cool. And I was like, yeah, you can't kiss on the internet, you know. And maybe it's just because I haven't kissed anyone in a while, but I was thinking, like, that's nice. Like, I would like that looks nice. So I like the way it ended.
Do you need a hug, Dave? Okay, I had a range of emotions and changing thoughts about that last scene when they decided to turn off the Oasis 2 days out of the week. First, I was thinking like, just like a regular, work week. You have a 2-day weekend, but they decided to split it up, which is different. Cool. But I also thought immediately, it's okay for them. Those friends that won the game and got everything, or they co-own the Oasis. They're all rich. Their lives are great. Everyone else has to go to their fucking shitty lives 2 days a week.
Yeah.
So, at first I didn't like that ending, and then I feel more how you feel. Like, I think it's a good thing that they turn it off 2 days a week. So, yeah. Except everyone's lives still suck. I mean, they didn't fix anything. They're just like, we think that this is better for everyone else. Let's turn it off 2 days out of the week.
Well, you can't fix anything if you're in the Oasis, so at least they, provided the opportunity for things to be addressed. Look, you got nothing else to do. Maybe you should start addressing.
Fix our society in 2 days a week. Rest of the time, I'm an ogre.
This film is not the place to explore the nuts and bolts of how this society would work. What would it be like if you turned off the internet Tuesdays and Thursdays? This is not the milieu to explore those questions. Like, I feel that any attempt to would have came up short. Like, if they wanted the movie to be Dave's movie, they would have failed at it.
Yeah.
They succeeded at the movie they tried to make.
But dude, it didn't bother me. I like the ending. I like the way they turned it. It gave me the question in my own mind, what if in my real life, the internet was off Tuesdays and Thursdays? I thought that was a good, they lobbed out a thought experiment, at the end.
Economies would crumble.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you'd have to have the internet on for, business.
Business, my business.
The Oasis seemed to be so pervasive in society. So I got to believe that just, business in general, or a large portion of business and commerce is handled through the Oasis.
Oh yeah, man, the bad guy company, IOI.
Oh yeah, they're done. They're bankrupt.
When people owed them money, they went to a loyalty center, and the people had to work in the virtual world.
Which was so dumb.
I didn't really understand it. I think that the movie was already long at 2.5 hours. I was glad there was no post-credit scene. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Let's go.
Oh.
Good. Yeah. Did you stay for it?
I stayed to the end. There's a thing here in the Czech Republic where a lot of people stay to the end of the movie as a sign of respect to everybody who made the movie.
That's really cool.
The credits.
Right.
So all the credits are seen, So there was a good maybe 20 people that stayed to the end. And I actually asked the dude next to me, you know what? I saw the movie alone as research for this show, so that could also have colored my review, because that's what happened when I saw The Last Jedi. I saw it by myself and I walked out of the theater really pissed off, I didn't like the movie, but it could have been just because I felt alone, because I saw the movie alone.
Yeah, man.
And so this might have happened to me too, But anyway, I talked to the guy next to me, and he told me that, he told me that people hang out to watch the credits, kind of as a sign of respect and just to relax, and there's no rush to leave. They threw some bones in there though. They threw some bones. I'm sure you guys noticed the Blizzard characters.
Yeah.
I saw Tracer. That's it.
Yeah, Tracer was in there, but so was
Raynor. They had Raynor for a while.
Yeah. The references in the beginning, they really got to me. I was like, oh my god, this is reference after reference. But then, do you remember that scene in the workshop where it's early in the movie and the dude starts pulling out model spaceships from all the all these sci-fi movies, and I was like, oh that's kind of cool. They're stuff. Oh, they have one from Aliens. That's kind of cool. And then he was like, yeah, and you should see the Harkonnen dropship. It's awesome. You could get to go to Arrakis and get some. And I was like, wait, what? And he started talking about Dune, and then after that, I was like, this movie is amazing. For the next 10 minutes, it totally got me. Got me. So I understand if you're really into one of these things, and then they mention it, why it's gives you that hit, because that happened to me with the Dune reference.
Everything that's offered is meant to elicit that reaction. You are in here for treats.
Well, we haven't talked about this. We have to close up soon. We're over time. So,
yeah.
but Steve, we got to talk about the suit. You want to talk about the suit, the haptic
suit.
feedback suit?
Okay, so real quick before we get into the suit, I did like how there's a lot of things that were mentioned throughout the movie that kind of came back, and most importantly, the suit. The suit was very prominent throughout the movie, and the first time you see it was very early on. You see an ad, like on a billboard, for like this X1 suit, feel all this stuff, and you see that similar ads throughout the movie. And the first time I saw the ad, I thought, that's a fucking terrible idea. Why would you want that? Because it's like, oh, feel all the gunshots. I'm like, I don't want to feel a gunshot.
Yeah.
And then the bad guy gets kicked in the balls, and he feels getting kicked in the balls in real life. Why would you want that?
For porn games.
I did not think about that.
I wanted more Simon Pegg.
He was good.
Yeah, he was good. Simon Pegg was good. He was good. That Czech guy who sat next to me to watch the movie told me that he read the book, and one of the big differences between the book and the movie is that relationship is explained a lot more in the book.
Okay. Yeah, that was confusing.
That can be one of the things that you enjoy from reading the book, is that you'll get some answers into that relationship. So
Simon Pegg's character, it turns out that he was the museum curator the whole time. So does he spend every fucking day just standing?
I was thinking that too.
Is that all he does?
To end on, I'm going to ask for final thoughts in a moment. Okay, so I'm going to say, look, there's a lot of cool parts of this movie. There's some things that delighted me, some things that got my heart racing. And, in the end, it's a middle-of-the-road movie for me that I would not tell somebody, oh, you got to see this movie. As I said, a lot of cool stuff, but it's got to be pretty good for me to be like, go see this movie. What do you guys think? The final thoughts about Ready Player One?
I thought it was an okay movie. It was pretty formulaic. There were some parts that I got really excited for, seeing some of the references. Overall, I felt like too many references to even notice. But in terms of an overall movie, it was okay. I probably won't watch it again, and I wouldn't highly recommend it. So that's my thought.
Gotcha. And Julian, bring us home.
Over the course of this discussion, I've been flipping back and forth about my score because I think a lot of the criticisms you guys made are valid. But it hasn't changed my memory of the experience. If you're the right kind of person and go into it the right way, like, hey, I just want to have some fun for 2 hours, this movie could be a lot of fun and you can enjoy those 2 hours. And if you're not that kind of person, you probably wouldn't see this movie. You both changed my mind, and I stayed the same. I have both of those.
Yeah.
Holding the dichotomy.
Yeah.
There. So maybe a couple more Dune references could have bumped up my rating. maybe had I seen it with someone else, it would have bumped up my rating.
Yeah,
honestly,
man. Major theme of the movie
alone,
right there. Friendship.
Exactly. But hey, great discussion. Lots of interesting points. And even whether we like the movie or not, there's a lot of interesting things to think about that come out of this. So thank you both. And thank you, listeners, for making this part of your day. As Julian likes to say, we'll be back, maybe, if we ever do this again, with our amazing comedy pop culture show, Three Pickles.
Yay.
All right. All right, mine was a little bit ahead
now
of yours.
Go, right?
But that's it. Okay.
Let's try to make it clean except for language right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, so we're recording everywhere. I'm going to start the show. You guys ready?
Ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready.
And one thing is I gotta look at the camera. I gotta remember to look at the camera because it's gonna track my facial expressions. So, like, come on, you can dream up anything you want in this Oasis. They couldn't get a robot to plant explosives. They couldn't make a robot. Like Like, what are these people doing in this virtual
Yeah,
slave
yeah.
work world? That didn't make sense to me.
They're basically like indentured servants. Like, how bad does society have to get where we slip back into that? That's
Well, some would say we're still there, buddy.
That's why.
okay. Pretty
All
weak.
right. that
And
makes sense.
I'm
Pretty
uh-huh.
weak.
Listen, I'm not defending it as like you should raise your rating because this is why they did that. I'm just telling you that's why they did
Might
that.
lower my rating. You would watch it 4 more times. Would that change your rating to a 28?
By the way, I suggest 3 pickles for the name. No?
Okay. Yeah.
That's my suggestion.
Why?
Gotta say, there's like a you know, you could buy like a Nazi death camp playset.
The
Put 'em on
fucking
there.
SS are like Pokemon trainers. Gotta catch them all.
Oh my god.
They make an app. They make an app with like a Nazi SS app where you gotta run around the real world and like catch Jews.